And we're live. Thank you guys for coming to SampleServe's Masterclass Wednesdays. And I know everybody's wondering, yes, I did get a haircut. Thank you for the compliments ahead of time. I got Russell Schindler and Paul Goodrow with us today. And today's a special day. We got a couple good announcements. And just a heads up, this is just a masterclass to help new users, old users, and potential users get affiliated and get to know SampleServe's Sample E&V program a little bit better. So I'm going to, a little introduction. I'm Joshua Paul. I'm marketing director with SampleServe. Russell and Paul here, they've both been in the services, environmental services industry for quite a while. And Paul, give us a little introduction on essentially what's going to happen today.
Right. Well, Josh, thanks again, and thanks everybody for attending. We appreciate your time. As Josh said, we're really here to help you be more effective with our tool. And the digital revolution is happening. Digital transformation is happening, and we hope to be part of that. We are part of it, and we want you to be part of it. You know, today I was thinking, you know, a digital mentality. I mean, what is it that drives the use of digital solutions? And today I was coming back from downtown, and I said to myself, you know, I want a cup of coffee. And I had a choice between a local coffee shop and Starbucks. Now, I like to patronize the local coffee shops because they got good coffee, but really it's kind of the equal coffee to Starbucks when I think about it. But you know what I had? I had the Starbucks app for payment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And what did I choose? I chose the Starbucks drive-in. Now, of course, I sat in line for 20 minutes. I hadn't really thought that part through. The local coffee shop probably could have been faster than Starbucks. But by gosh, I had my app, and I was determined to use my app. And so that drove me to Starbucks. So
that app makes it real easy, doesn't it, Paul? I like it.
It does. And I don't know if it has any relevance at all here, but, you know, I believe that, you know, the solutions that are out in the market today for whether it's buying your coffee or conducting environmental sampling are there. They're available. They're ready to use. And, you know, I'm drawn towards them. So I've been always excited about, you know, what we're doing here, Josh. So I'm excited about today's webinar too. So as Josh said, we're here to help you anytime.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I want to add that two things. One, if anybody's got any comments or questions, put them in the chat.
Yeah.
Happy to address those right away. And I actually think McDonald's coffee is way better than Starbucks coffee. So.
Okay, we're going to start an argument here. I'm going to keep this going.
Now, do you have an app for them, Russell? Have you done online ordering? They got an app. Yeah.
They do have an app, and you can go into the kiosk there and order it there as well. So,
well, you know, that was my first thought, actually, because I do like, but that was a traffic issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I eliminated the traffic issue. I went to the two types I like, chose a digital solution. So that's the way my brain works.
If your coffee shop has an app, so should you. That's the general consensus. Let's move on. I'm going to have Russell give us a little rundown. We're going to share some SampleServe news because we've been making some deals and partnerships, and give us a rundown of what's happened.
Yeah, so we've been working hard to partner up with people, and we're excited to announce I just signed a partnership deal with Eurofins, and so you'll be seeing them coming out with an app. It's going to look strangely similar to ours in the very near future. We're pretty excited about that. And then we also have signed a deal in conjunction with Antia, which is a great customer of ours, where we're doing all the software management for the state of Texas and all their municipal drinking water projects. So over 64,000 samples a year. So, you know, we can handle those kinds of projects. So if you've got something that size or even bigger, you know, we can help you with your solutions there. And then we've been working with a lab called Shield T3 on communicable disease monitoring for cities, schools, colleges, retirement homes, that kind of thing, where they monitor the sewer coming off of those buildings, and then check for COVID, anything like that. And also, they're also moving into the farm industry as well. So dairy farms, hog farms, they can monitor the effluent coming off of those facilities and get early detection of any kinds of outbreaks like salmonella and stuff like that. And then we also have signed a partnership with In Situ, where we're going to be connecting to their their meters. If you've ever used an in situ meter, the AT600 is a great meter. It's one of my favorites. Anyway, we're going to be connecting to those meters, and we're also, most people don't know this, but they also have a rental supply and equipment, tubing, balers, filters, that kind of thing you can get through them. And then we're going to make it so that you can do one-click ordering with that organization. So,
Nice.
So those are pretty exciting things. There's some other things we've got in the works too, but we'll be letting you know once those things happen as well.
So all these partnerships help us kind of fulfill our role as the centralized hub for environmental services. Everything's easier when you combine everything together. This really, I grabbed Aristotle's quote of the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, because in situ with its meters and its rental service, and TIA Group with its excellent service that it provides, Eurofins, one of the biggest labs in the world, they're all great services by themselves. But what if you have a platform where they can all connect everybody together in one central location? And then it becomes a place where it's just a one-stop shop where you can essentially, you grab the lab app, you order your supplies, you start planning your projects, go in the field, send it to the lab. Lab already loves the data that you're sending because it's, the app that they use and are affiliated with. And then, the reports come back from the lab already, set up the way that it should be because it's, the lab's app once again. And everything's just in one centralized hub.
Yeah. And Paul, we were talking the other day, and Paul brought up the analogy. It's very similar to like when Microsoft had some products, Word and Excel and Access and your email, and they're all kind of, Outlook. They're just all connected because they all have kind of sharing the same data, and it just made life a lot easier. So it's similar to that, a little bit different because there's some other products and services in there, but similar kind of theory of, connecting these things together through a central hub actually makes life a lot easier. So.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Josh. I think, the bottom line is this: through SampleServe and our partners, we're enhancing the value being delivered to clients. And so when I step back and think about being a consumer, which we all are every day, we buy stuff, we want to be faster and cheaper and more reliable. I was looking for whatever. I was looking for a shop rug the other day, and I could have traveled around to 3 different stores to look to get the right rug for my shop. Well, no, I went to Amazon, right? Mm-hmm. So Amazon was SampleServe. I went to Amazon, I ordered it, they source it through a rug company, and they mail it to me through UPS, another partner of theirs, right? So this happens every day in the marketplace. And what we've realized is that our functionality doesn't need to be sold directly to the customer. It can be sold through partner channels. And what happens is those partners then enhance their service delivery to their customers. Like Josh said, they're already good companies. Antea is already a great consulting engineering firm. But guess what? Through our functionality, they can improve their value to their customers. So that's all we're trying to do is get our functionality in the hands of people that offer services to customers and hopefully improves their service delivery. Yeah. Pretty simple, right, Josh?
Yeah, and just like Amazon, like all their partners, they all win when they're all interconnected. In situ with ordering supplies. If people can easily one-click buy something while they're setting up a project, they win. And TIA Group, they got that big Texas drinking water program. We help them make it profitable, raising margins on projects that you otherwise might not even be able to enter. And Shield T3, they're entering new markets with our help. Laboratories, smart laboratories like Eurofins, they're going to be able to increase their sales by, offering something that other laboratories aren't able to offer. So everybody wins in this situation when everything's interconnected. So,
all right,
let's keep going.
Come on.
What do you say, Paul?
Let's keep the how-tos.
So one thing that we like to do is we like to show off our training capabilities and how easy it is to learn SampleServe, because when you're entering a new software platform, everything's it's it gets kind of scary. There's a lot of buttons you don't know. There's a lot of tabs and all these things that you don't know where it's at. You gotta get used to it, familiarize yourself with it. So we've made it really easy to find out how to use the program. So I'm going to go to the project management tool, and in here you see these little eye icons here, and they're placed throughout the app, and they're always placed according to what you're going to need help for. So let's say like next to this add event button here, you can just click this and this video right here will pop up. Now I can play this right here, but I'm going to play the full screen version for you here. So this is what it will play when you click it.
Lesson, we'll go over how to create a sampling event work scope. On the left side of your project menu, click on the Events tab. This will reveal any already scheduled events for your project. Click the orange Add Event icon at the bottom of the list to create a new work scope event. This will bring up a window for you to select the media type for this sampling event. Please note, each type of media to be sampled will have to be set up as its own sampling event. Currently, multimedia sampling events cannot be created.
So right now, I just wanted to kind of give like a little an example of what it looks like when you're trying to seek help in the SampleServe platform. Now, this is not the only way to get help. There's always an intercom web interface that we use where you can ask a question anytime. Say you don't, you're not sure how to, make a map or something. Or let's say, how do I make an event for my project? Now, Intercom will use AI at first, and then afterwards, if you don't like the answer, if you don't find any help in that, you can always talk to a person, and either me or Russell or somebody will get back to you within a few minutes, a few seconds usually, and we can get you the help that you need right away, which is a lot faster than most applications that we use, right, Russell? Sometimes It takes a day, 2 days. You send an email, and then 2 days later you get some feedback on it, and usually isn't what you're looking for either. Because
I was talking to a client today about their enterprise software, right? So it's an environmental consulting engineering company, and they're rolling out a new enterprise, really accounting, finance, and CRM tool. Well, they have to block off days of training for staff. Now, obviously, it's a bigger system, and it's maybe more mission critical as a software technology for the firm. But, this is not the way this is built. The way SampleServe is built is that it's on the go and relevant training. So you can get information and get your questions answered as you need it. You don't need to sit in a classroom for 4 hours to learn the system and then forget the first 3 hours, when you leave. So again, kudos to you, Josh, for putting this all together. The way that we use videos and the AI functionality is really superb.
Yeah. And here, that AI finally popped up this very extensive answer, and it goes, all the way to each individual each individual task that you should do. Click on the events tab on the left side of your project menu. So it's it knows the app up in and out. And if this isn't good enough for you, which I think this answer right here should, give everybody what they need, you can always go to talk to a person right down here.
Yeah.
And
when you click that talk to a person, it literally pings my phone. So all hours of the day. So don't ping it at 3 a.m. But so you'll get a human response pretty quickly.
And this is all these icons here for the project management tool. Now the icons aren't built inside the mobile app yet, but if you do want to learn the mobile app, you can click this button. Let me go back here. This button down here, mobile app training, and we have an entire extensive list of all the videos that you would need to learn how to use the mobile app. And let's just give a demonstration about what those videos look like too.
In this video, we'll go over how to input field data when using the mobile field app. Starting at the project home screen, you'll see a list of sample locations. To start collecting data at a specific sample location, you will click the desired location, which will take you to that sample location summary screen. This screen has various functionality, most of which is summarized in separate tutorial videos. To start collecting both form data and field data, click the Start Sampling.
So that's just a little demonstration of what the field app how-to videos look like. Now, all these videos are about 2 minutes long. And if you were to watch from beginning to end, it'd take you about an hour, 20 minutes. But if you did do that, you would know everything about this app inside and out, and you'd probably be able to teach it to the rest of your firm in the office, without even using these videos. And oftentimes what we see is new clients that sign up, they'll start watching these videos, and then within about 3 or 4 videos, they kind of get the gist of it. They kind of understand, okay, I get it. It's just, everything's just right there in front of me. And you don't really necessarily need the videos after that, because you understand that it's very intuitive on what you're doing next.
We try and design it so that it's just, all you gotta do is look, and you can kind of tell just by looking at it what the functionality is. So so it's really, some people, especially younger people, because they grew up using digital products, they seem to get it really quickly. Yeah.
And the next set of how-tos we have specific how-to videos for every single type of map, any type of graphic, report graphic that you need. So I'm going to show a quick demonstration of, see if you click on these little eye icons, we have one for each of these different type of graphics that you can generate. Now let's give a little example of isochemical contour map creation.
In this lesson, we'll go over how to select and generate isochemical contour maps. In the menu section on the left side of the screen, you'll see numerous options. Click on the Report tab, then select the isochemical contours selection. Starting at the top of the menu in the field titled Sitemap, you'll be able to select which map or image you want to generate an isochemical contour map on. Select the image you want to do an isochemical contour on, and then select the dates you wish to contour.
So these videos kind of, they break it down step by step, so that it doesn't miss anything. If you're going to have a question beyond this, it's usually something that's very specific or very special. But it'll take you 2 minutes to watch this video, and then you'd be able to make isochemical contour maps on the SampleServe reporting platform, just like that. As opposed to, can you imagine trying to watch a how-to video on AutoCAD or something, trying to figure out how to do that on your own? It's night and day.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What are the most common? What have you guys been hearing is kind of the most common questions that you get, either through your chat or through video?
Go ahead, Russell.
Well, probably uploading data is probably the biggest question, most common.
Yeah.
How to upload data and get it started. And naturally that is getting started is always like the most difficult part. So, but once they've done it, we've got a data uploading process that's actually pretty straightforward. There's videos obviously to teach you how to do it, but just getting that formatting right. And we can handle a lot of formats. Here's the thing about spreadsheets. There's two main types of spreadsheets. There's spreadsheets that are designed for human beings to read, and then there's spreadsheets that are designed for machines to read. And we obviously need them in the latter, the machine reading format. And most people have spreadsheets that are designed for humans, which can be converted, but there's a big manual process. So what we tell people to do is actually talk to your lab, right? If you've been working with the same lab on your project for a long time, chances are they have a database already of all your historical data, and they're always happy to kind of send you, the machine readable format, typically called a flat file, to you, so that you can upload all your historical data in just one shot. So,
right.
It's, and a lot of the labs out there are happy to provide that, hoping that you'll keep using them going forward.
Yeah, and that's one of the advantages with using us is, once you have all that historical data already in there and you continue on a project using the field app and then have your lab upload it the correct way, or you can upload it the correct way, then everything's formatted the same. And you can go in later and you can download, all that same lab data just the same way that it should be in a machine readable way. So definitely formatting data. And that's kind of just a remnant of the past, kind of ghosts of data's past, where everybody used different data formats,
Yeah.
All right, Josh, we got 20 seconds to wrap this up.
Don't put me on the line like that.
Can't put you on the line like that. All right.
So So we've been pushing lately our new partnership program, and this entails, everybody that we've talked about, from people like In Situ, labs like Eurofins, and consulting firms like Antia, and other specialty labs like Shield T3. And we're also looking for digital solution providers who deal with, kind of the same thing that we deal with, but they're specialized in certain areas. Maybe it's just a specific type of data that they control. So any kind of partner that you are, we're happy to integrate our platform with your platform, and it makes both of us stronger, and it makes the entire market more efficient and cost effective.
Yeah, I think a good example for a digital service provider would be a company that maybe is doing geotech or
Right.
material testing. They're using field. They're testing in the field, but not for environmental. And we can provide that environmental vertical to them that they can add to their functionality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And give us a rundown of some of our other platforms that we're using, Paul.
All right. Well, we talked a lot about Sample ENV. That's the one we just chatted about. Sample Log is tied to Sample ENV. It's the interface between the field data and the laboratory. It's the electronic chain of custody pushes to basically the lab's LIMS. So that's a perfect application for labs. Sample H2O, a lot of drinking water work out there in the United States right now, state by state drinking water programs. This is really a lab to consumer product, which is digital, allows labs to make up kits, send kits to homeowners or inspectors, and get that sample taken and reported on very efficiently. And then Sample SWR, which is primarily used with our partner Shield T3, collecting sewer, wastewater, water samples out in the field. So those are the 4 products. Again, we usually focus on Sample ENV, but if you'd like to hear about any of the other products, drop us a note. We'd certainly do a demo or give you a ring.
Yeah, or just go on the website and you can get a demo real quick, or you can send us a message. And make sure you check out that partnership program page. I'll share it in the chat right now. And if you have a service that's adjacent or just fills in one of the gaps in environmental services, we'd be happy to partner with you, and we can all help each other grow. So I think we covered it pretty well today, guys. Russell, Paul, any last comments or anything like that?
Nope.
Not for me.
Okay. All right. Look out for next week's Masterclass Wednesdays. And thank you guys for joining us. If you know anybody this would be helpful for, give them a share with this link. This is always going to be live with the same link. And have a good day. Thank you, guys.